try to do in the family out here, and what we feel God called us to first and foremost, is to just meet people right where they are, to come into a relationship and without us coming in with requirements that you have to have all of your issues cured. You can't have any addictions. You can't be messy. You can't. And I think so many of us in the community have felt that from other pockets of our Christianity, that we had to get right. We had to already be perfect before we would be allowed in. And we just don't see that in Scripture. That's just not there. What we see is Christ over and over again, without judgment, moving into a relationship to first hear from them, to grasp the depth of their heart, and then he began from there. So it was grace. The grace always precedes the truth. In John's Gospel, he talks about that. And so we're trying to model that and just be that one for each other. That we don't judge. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter what happened last night. We want to have this relationship with you because you're a child of God. We want to meet you right where you are.
Forgiveness has a home that's down below. Time for you to go. Back it up and go. Unforgiveness. So if I have to.
Another great part to the DNA out here is this phrase that's over and over again, is it's okay to not be okay. And it means that anybody, no matter who you are, you're allowed. Please, this is your community. Come as you are. And what we found is that meeting you there, loving you in that place, what happens is God takes you and takes us a step further, and where he's drawing us is into himself. And the more that we realize that it's his love that's pursuing us and washing us clean, the easier it is for us to love the other. What we found is so unique in this community is who's washing up on the shores, who God washes up on the shores here for us. And it could be a pastor, it could be a professional business person. I mean, it's incredible who comes into the community and where they've been as they've been in communities because of them sinning and being a reality of a human being that does fall and falls in this life. That they receive such judgment, as if what was coming from that body of faith was saying, you can't be fully a person anymore. There's no way you could ever be a redeemed shepherd again because you did that. And it's just not true. When God's grace pours over us, we're forgiven. And he begins a new work in each of us. And he allows us that opportunity to do life together. And so God is redeeming and moving and recreating in us, refining, iron sharpening iron. And it is such a beautiful thing to watch, that all are welcome. And new life comes even in the midst of the great wounds from the past.
Unforgiveness.